Hey everybody, welcome back. And today we're making one of my all-time favorites, seafood fried Diavolo. Now, let me say this. There are a lot of people that take their gravy or sauce and they add some pepper, a little bit of pepper flakes, and they put it over some macaroni and they throw some shrimp in there and they go, hey, fried Diavolo. Guys, that's not fried Diavolo. Seafood fried Diavolo is a very complex dish with a lot of different ingredients, okay? And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over all the ingredients with you to make a fabulous seafood fried Diavolo. All right, everyone. The first thing I'm going to do is give you all the ingredients. And the first of the ingredients I'm going to give you are those that are to taste, okay? Because some people, they like their fried Diavolo inferno. Some people, they don't like too much spice. Me, I'm more of an inferno guy. My kids, well, they're more of a not so spicy, all right? So, we are going to start with some crushed red pepper, okay? Some regular black pepper, white pepper, cayenne pepper, and salt. Those are going to be all your to-taste ingredients. The hardcore ingredients for your fried Diavolo, back there. 2 good-sized chopped shallots. That's a half a teaspoon of dried oregano. It's 2 tablespoons of fresh chopped parsley. 2 tablespoons of fresh ribbon basil. 2 tablespoons of fresh minced garlic. And then in the back, you need a good olive oil. I would suggest Bono olive oil from Shark of Sicily. You have 2 cups of fresh crushed San Marzano tomatoes. You have about, 15 or so grape tomatoes cut in half, and a good cooking wine. All right? That's what you're going to need to make a great fried Diavolo. Now, as far as what you're going to put in it, that's up to you. You could just have shrimp fried Diavolo. You want to make a seafood, you could do shrimp scallops and calamaris, or mussel scallops and lobster. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want. Today, I'm putting it all in. Okay, today, I'm making calamaris, scallops, lobster, shrimp, and mussels. That's going to be my seafood fried Diavolo today. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a couple of those back in the fridge, and I'm going to show you how to season your seafood before we start. And let me say this, guys, this is not the way a restaurant is going to make your seafood fried Diavolo, okay? A restaurant is making 1 serving. And you know, Italians, we never make 1 serving. I don't think I've ever made 1 serving of anything in my life, okay? I'm making a fried Diavolo tonight for my family. And that's the way I'm going to show you how to make it. This is going to be, there's 4 of us. We're big eaters. But you know something? After you make your linguine, this might feed 6-8 people. So give me a minute. I'm going to wrap this all up. I'm going to get ourselves set. And when we come back, we're going to be seasoning our seafood. All right, everyone. So what I like to do is I like to pre-season my scallops, my shrimp, and my calamari. Okay? My lobster, it was pre-cooked. All right, I bought a lobster, shelled it, cut it all up into pieces. It's in the fridge along with those mussels. Those we're not going to use right now because there's so much. Okay, you can't just throw it all in the pan. Every seafood has a different cooking time. So what I do is I cook the scallops and the shrimps individually before I actually start the fried Diavolo. That ensures that they're cooked to my perfection, okay? Because if you throw them in there and you throw everything in and something isn't done and you have to cook it longer, you could end up with rubber band shrimp, all right? And that's the last thing you want. All right? Now, first thing I'm going to do with my scallops, okay? And I love these little dishes here because I can actually use them just to season with, okay? And that's going to get some salt, and the scallops are going to get a little cayenne pepper, a little white pepper, and a little black pepper. There's no crushed red pepper on the scallops, okay? And now these scallops, I rinsed them, I laid them in a couple of paper towels, I wrapped them up, I let them dry 45 minutes before I put them on this plate. The last thing you want is moisture or water in your scallop. my pan right there, it's heating up. You want to have a nice hot pan when you're cooking those. Now, I'm going to do my shrimp, okay? And I'm going to hit that a good amount of salt, and it's going to get some of all of it, okay? It's going to get some cayenne, it's going to get the white, all right, it's going to get the black pepper, it's definitely going to get some of the flake. Oh yeah, a little more flake. I told you I like them fertile. I'm going to hit this with a little bit of the Bono olive oil. Alright, we're going to give that a good stir. And we're going to let this sit while we cook our scallops. Okay? And what I just did to these shrimp, I'm also going to do right now to that calamari right there. Minus the oil. Okay, the calamari isn't going to get the oil because that's actually going to go into the Fra Diavolo as we're making it. And it's not going to be pre-cooked. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing here. Is I'm going to wrap this up and I'm going to put this in the fridge along with that lobster and those mussels. Okay? And when we come back, we're going to be pan-searing our scallops. Alright everyone. I'm going to give you pan-seared scallops quick, 101, alright? Very dry, seasoned, very hot pan, okay? We're going to hit it with just a touch of olive oil right there, just a touch, okay? And the key to pan-searing scallops is once they're in the pan, you don't move them, okay? Get a little oil on it, put it right in. Little oil, right in, okay? We're going to give those, I don't know, we'll come back in a minute. Give us a minute and we'll be back to see how they look. Alright everyone, that minute, it was actually 2 minutes because these scallops, they're big. So come on over and take a look. Alright? See that? That's what you want your scallop to look like. And regardless of what you're making, okay, whether it's Fra Diavolo, you're just making scallops, you're making a different scallop dish, right there, that's the way you want your pan-seared scallops to look. Beautiful. Okay? So, we're going to give them another minute and a half, 2 minutes on that side, and we'll be back when we take them out. Minute and a half have gone by. There's the other side. Alright? So off these come. And you know, I'm going to put them right over there. Now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pan and I'm just going to give it a quick wipe with a paper towel, just like that. Right? Right back on the heat. And in goes the shrimp. Oh yeah. Okay. And these shrimp, they're not going to take long. You guys know, a minute or two aside, there's a lot of them in there, but not going to take long. So give us a minute or two, and I'll be back when we're flipping them over. Don't forget, these are going to go back into the Fra Diavolo at the end, and they're going to have a chance to do a little more cooking. Okay? So we're going to give these all a flip. I'm going to give them another minute, and we're going to be pulling these out and starting the base for our Fra Diavolo. Okay, here we are. Can you see that? Beautiful. Alright? I'm not going to cook these anymore. Like I said, the last thing you want to do is cook shrimp to death. Okay? You definitely do not want to do that. These are going to go back into the Fra Diavolo at the end when it's cooking, and if they need another minute, they'll grab it then. Alright? Guys, that's a pan. Alright? I got this pan in Chaga, Sicily. You know, you go there, you go on vacation. We went to see the Feast of the Madonna, our family, our friends. Okay? And you know, most people, they come back with shirts, statues, souvenirs, maybe some jewelry. Me, come back with pans. Alright? You should have seen me trying to fit this in my luggage to get on Alitalia on the way home. Alright? Badazzoni, 1903. Let me tell you, this is a pan. And if you're like me, and you're going to cook Fra Diavolo for 6-8 people, you want one of these pans. I bet you if you went online, you could probably find one. but I recommend you go to Italy and get it firsthand, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat this pan, and we're gonna come in, I'm gonna hit it with the shallots, the garlic, the oregano, some olive oil, and we'll be sauteing when we get back. Alright everyone, so we have our shallots, garlic, and oregano sauteing, and right now I'm going to hit it with a little bit of peppers and a little bit of salt. So, the black, the white, the crushed red, a little bit of cayenne, a little bit of salt, not too much salt, you can always salt later to taste. Alright, I'm going to get all those peppers in. And now I'm going to hit this with 1 cup of that white wine. Nice. Okay. I'm going to let this cook down for a couple of minutes, and when we come back, we'll be adding our San Marzano tomatoes. You know, guys, let me tell you, the shallots and the garlic, the sweet smell of the white wine, the oregano, and the seasoning. As an Italian, I don't know if it gets much better than that. I mean, that's kind of what I think the smells of the pearly gates are going to smell like when I get to heaven, is right here. This is it, right? It'd be Italian heaven, wouldn't it? Okay, so this is ready. It's been cooked down, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. This is a big pan, you know, so the outer rim, maybe not as quick as a smaller pan. 2 cups, crushed, hand crushed, San Marzano tomatoes, okay? That's going to go in. We're going to give this a good stir, and we're going to let this simmer about 10 minutes. Okay? So I'm going to bring that up to a simmer, and we'll be back. And of course, you can also see I got my water on now for the linguine. Got my water on. Got to make my daughter some gluten-free spaghetti back there. So once you have the shallots on, of course, don't forget to start your water, because you're definitely going to want to serve this over some macaroni. Alright everyone, so I got my linguine in, got my daughter's gluten-free spaghetti in. This is done, alright? First thing I'm going to do is in with the mussels, okay? We're going to put our mussels in. I'm going to give these a few minutes, and when we come back, we'll be adding our calamari, because these things, they cook quick. Guys, 3 minutes in or so, I'm ready to add my calamari. I'm going to add my calamari in there, and I'm also going to add my halved grape tomatoes in there. Okay? Calamari, this stuff's going to cook quick. 2 minutes, I'm going to be adding that lobster because the meat's cold, although it's cooked. And then 2 minutes after that, we're going to be adding our shrimp and scallops. And 2 minutes after that, we're going to be giving the final product. So we'll be back. 2 minutes. Now we're going to add our lobster meat. Because like I said, that's cooked. Okay, and you can see that calamari, it's almost done. Macaroni's almost done. This is really like, you know, you got to get exact timing. You want your macaroni to be done, you want everything to be done all at the same time. So, we'll be back in a minute with the next step. Alright everyone, shrimp in. Ooh, look at those bad boys, nice. Scallops, with all their nice juice, right in there, boom. Okay, now, those 2 tablespoons fresh parsley, 2 tablespoons of ribboned basil. I'm going to get this all mixed up, and now we're going to have to give it the taste test. We're going to have to see if it has enough salt, if it has enough heat. If it doesn't, what kind of heat does it need? Does it need some crushed red pepper? What does it need? So, we'll get that well incorporated, and now we'll come in for the test. Right? Get a little broth down there, nice. Whoa, that's hot. I love it hot. That's delicious. The fresh herbs, they're in there for a minute. That's what you need to do with fresh herbs. You throw them right in there, right at the last minute. You definitely don't want to cook them down. So, I'm gonna get my macaroni drained. I'm gonna get this ready to go. And when I come back, I'm gonna give you that final product. All right, everyone, here we are, the final product. And you know, like I said in the beginning, this is definitely one of my favorites. Inferno style. I'll tell you what, guys, it is definitely not gravy or sauce with some spices in it. There's nothing like a true Fra Diavolo. Those shallots and garlic, those fresh herbs, barely cooked. The shrimp, like I told you, was almost done, went in there for a minute. As tender as could be. The mussels, look, they fall right out of the shell. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Live, Laugh, and Cook Italian. Try this at home. Definitely let me know how you make out. Ooh, that pepper's getting to me already. Wow. If you like this, please click that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to live, laugh, and cook Italian.